if Rotterdam was more trendy and clean, it's Warsaw. Warsaw. I don't know how the fuck you want to pronounce it. The capital of Poland, all right? Warsaw. Okay? It is, dude, skyscrapers galore everywhere. There's one communist building, gigantic, in the middle, like in the heart. It's basically like the heart, I guess, of the city. I don't know how to, it looks very impressive. It's big and it's pointy and like, I don't know, Gothic-y. Not really Gothic, but kinda. And next to it is a modern art museum that I overlooked. Every time that I was there, I overlooked it. It was so unimpressive. It was, I only knew about it because I saw a video criticizing it from like a, this girl that's, this woman, this lady that's making videos about architecture in Czech Republic and Poland. And she was also like saying like, yeah, this is being criticized by everyone and their mom in Poland. But it looks like really like ass, like a missed opportunity, because we have something similar like that in Amsterdam, and it's called Eye Film Museum. Eye as in like the eye in your head that you look through. Eye Film Museum. Look it up. It looks basically like if you would have that modern art museum in Warsaw, and you actually had an architect that wanted to put effort in and make something notable and beautiful. It's kind of like an Apple design. Anything that's like, white and shaped in a, geometric type of elongated minimalist shit. It's all the same shit, and it looks very unfun. It just looks like, ooh, this looks like the future, but it is unfun. Like it uninspiring, right? It's just it doesn't spark anything that my inner child goes, whoa. It's more like a corporate, how are we okay with all these fucking disgusting minimalist designs? They look like ass. Seriously, man, that box in the middle of Warsaw, I genuinely didn't even notice it. It didn't even cross my mind when I was there. Now that I'm talking about Warsaw, I'm just really thinking, God, that is, like, you already had a building that you hated there, apparently. I assume, I've from what my research, zero research, just like impressions that I've got online, that there are a lot of people that kind of like don't like the communist gigantic tower in the middle of Warsaw. The brownish one, the was a gift from the parting gift or something from the communists, I think. So of course, that's a history that Poland fucking doesn't like. So it's like something like, it's an eyesore. So it's, something like that. And you have so you have a building that you don't like, and right next to it you put another building that you also don't like, and then right next to that you put like a gigantic mall, which arguably sick. There were like two hot babes billboarded like right in, like, what, I don't even know what brand it was. It was just ladies. It made me think of back in the day before everything became woke and I want to say, man, I want to say inflated. Physically, mentally, and philosophically, everything became inflated. So also, but yeah, no. In Poland, they don't give a fuck. They had like these, like OG '90s models, fucking huge, like the size of two trucks. That was one billboard. Then you had like two of these ladies laying down promoting a store. Maybe it would have been a fucking grocery store. I don't fucking know, dude. Poland is on something else, especially in Warsaw, dude. It was clean. I felt safe the whole time. Although I do have to say, when it comes to safety in Poland, there were two things that happened, right? One was a cultural thing, like fully cultural. It happened in Warsaw and also in Krakow, the other city. It's not like they only have 2 cities. They have a fuck ton of cities. But it's, the other big city that a lot of English, low... English Neanderthals go there. They go to Krakow. They don't go to Warsaw. They go to Krakow and do these fucking... what do you call them again? The stag? Is it called stags? I think it's called a stag, right? They wear shirts with like John's stag, and then John is wearing a ballerina costume or something, Bachelor party. You know what I mean? This type of shit. We have it in Amsterdam as well, but luckily only at the red light district. And by the way, if you ever come to Amsterdam, the red light district should genuinely and honestly and 100%, and I will die on that hill against anyone that also lives here, red light district should be a 2-hour stop for you maximum. There is nothing else to see there. When it comes to the rest of the city, there's a lot, man. Also outside of the city and shit. But, like red light district is only like 2 hours of amusement. And fuck it, treat it like an amusement park because they designed it as an amusement park. So it is what it is, dude. And that's something that the whole city will be like, it's not an amusement park. But I mean, come on, man. You kind of made it look like you knew what you were doing, right? Anyways, Krakow and Warsaw had the same problem, cultural problem, and it doesn't have to involve anything with safety, but more with comfort. We were being pulled into strip clubs the whole entire time. Holy shit. And they are so dedicated, it's actually insane. It'll be 4 a.m. in the morning. 4 a.m. in the morning. We are waiting for our cab to go back home. The dude that's trying to pull us inside of I have to say, ultra safe. Like, these people are actually, like, surprisingly very charismatic. And they're locals, which also helps a lot. And they, dude, even if you're waiting on the cab to go home at 4 a.m. and you look destroyed, you're just like tired and you're just like, you've had enough. These motherfuckers will really step up to you. You'll see when they're like a laser guided missile, but they don't miss, unlike Moscow. All right. They fucking see the target and they're going. And they have 100% hit rate when it comes to getting your attention. Oh my God, dude. Hey man, Pussy Armageddon. We have Pussy Armageddon. We have Pussy Kebab. We have Pussy Kebab. Looks the same, tastes different. Pussy Tsunami. Pussy Hurricane. Bro, what else have I heard, man? I've died laughing there, man. I've sat down while we were walking from one place to another. This has happened countless times to us. Seriously, like more than 10 times that we are going out and we walk one street and it's like the Degenerate Street in Krakow. If anyone knows Krakow, there's one Degeneracy Street. It's just full of degenerates, all right? That one street full of degenerates. And it's not even that long. It's like 100 meters, maybe even 50. I don't know. So yeah, no, it's just being... you wave off one of those stripper pullers, trying to get you in the store or in the strip club. They give up, and a new contender comes in and annoys the fuck out of you. But we have accomplished a way where we had like really fun, man, because we were saying the same things they were saying before, like the sales pitches, like the shit that I just said, like Pussy Armageddon, Pussy Tsunami, Pussy Earthquake. All this type of shit, Yeah, I've got stun locked of how fucking hilarious that was, because we have some jokers in our group, of which one of them is like he's ultra hilarious, and he's a local there. Well, he is local. Yes, he is. But he grew up with us in the Netherlands, and dude, that guy just went full on. Not making fun of them, but making fun with them, so to say. You know what I mean? Like, these people know that they're, I even interviewed one of them, one of these strippers, not strippers, but the dudes and ladies that pull you inside of the strip club. There was this one guy at 4 a.m. and we were waiting for the cab. Absolute like ghoul fest, like Fallout 4 ghouls everywhere, right? Like really, it looked ridiculous. Like, what am I doing there? Everyone, also the younger generation, holy fuck, man. Like all these 22 to 25-year-olds or something, or 20 to 25-year-olds are all wearing the same broccoli hairdo, dude. It's fucking hilarious. Like they are all copy paste. It's really funny, to be fair. It's fun. It's cute, you know? It's cute. Anyways, I interviewed him, like, what the fuck are you doing, man? And he's like, like, you seem way too intelligent to pull me inside of a strip club. He goes, yeah, I have a major in marketing or sales. And I told him, yeah, you're pretty good at sales, I can see, but look at what that brought you. And he's like, yeah, touche, but I'm gonna stop doing this and I'm gonna continue my studies in like 2 months. And I told him, who gives a fuck if you're gonna, why at 4 a.m. are you gonna try and pull me in? He's like, yeah, like, I got 50 more minutes on my shift. I might as well do something. It was like, seriously? It's like, yeah. And we had a relatively deep conversation about this where I was like, bro, is it really worth it? Like, fuck this, right? I mean, yeah, I'm going to get into my cab and get out. It's like, yeah, I get it. And then it was silent for like 10 seconds. And he goes, so, Pussy Armageddon? And he was actually serious. I'm like, bro, are you brainwashed? I told him, your boss is not watching. You don't have to do that. You could just hang out with us. Have a cigarette, dude. Like, just relax for these last 10 minutes. He's like, so, Pussy Tsunami? Like, bro, what's wrong with you, man? Oh my God. This is something that we had to get used to, and sometimes it was really fucking annoying, but it is what it is, People got to get the bread. So it's not, we don't have that in Amsterdam. We don't have any pullers. Like, we don't have anyone standing outside of a bar. Maybe at like Leidseplein, we have some people. They won't pull you in. They'll just, not even yell at you. They'll just say like, hey, man, come on in, boys. Let's have a party, man. Come on out. Maybe that's like the maximum. I don't think it's like actually allowed to actually, propers to like really get people in the way they did it. They will walk like, dude, like they will walk like 3 minutes with you, man. It's incredible. We had one girl that was trying to convince us and then started to like fake cry, and we were laughing at her because of that, and then she started to laugh with us as well. Like, okay, was a nice try, right? We're like, yeah, nice try, bro. That was the only thing that I really had like a fat, huge culture shock with. The other thing, when it comes to safety, I would say that's the only thing that when it comes to which, I mean, holy shit, the propaganda on social media about Poland, fuck, man. When it comes to safety and cleanliness, so far in those two cities, Krakow and Krakow and Warsaw, those two cities, I have to say, I felt extremely good. Like, I felt real safe. Like, not even a sprinkle of doubt that something would happen to me. I was. It was just safe. It was. Yeah. No, really. Yeah. There was one dude at the 4 a.m. that walked past that kind of looked like but then he was laughing as well afterwards. He kind of looked like he wanted to have a fight or something, like a nonsense bullshit fight. Sometimes you have that. You're like, you get a sixth sense, and you're like, this is gonna go. Something's about to happen. But then he started laughing with, his friend or something. They walked away, and it was, by the way, that one moment at 4 a.m. was like you're in the zoo and you just see a lot of and it's like feeding time or something. I don't know. Like it was nuts. Like there were at one point there was a fat dude pushing a very thin, very thin guy that was in a wheelchair, and he was pushing him through. The big fat guy was pushing the thin guy in a wheelchair through that street. It was such a weird sight because the dude that was pushing him also had like cross-eyed. It turns out he's like a security guard at one of the clubs or something, like one of the cafes over there, like, like bars. And he like maybe got the wheelchair guy to a place where he could go to a cab or something. I don't know. But it was, fucking, yeah, it was fucking hilarious. Seeing that at 4 a.m. in the morning. There were 15 of these young guys, like 22-year-olds. And they were all just like, it was genuinely like, when it comes to going out, this was like a cute group of dudes. Like, it was not like, there was no aggression. There was no ego. It was just people kind of just like fucking having fun. It was really unique to see. I'll be honest with that, right? It was like really, there was not a doubt. Like it was, fuck it. It was safe. But something so fucking funny happened. 2 girls got out of that. We were in front of that club, and 2 girls got out of the club to, I don't know, smoke a cigarette or something. These like 12 dudes, 14 dudes, they all swarmed respectfully, like at a 1 meter distance or something. That nothing weird would have, we would have stepped in for sure, but they just swarmed them and just wanted like attention or something. It was so odd to see. We laughed our ass off, like actually like out loud. We were laughing so hard at the sight because it was just like hyenas, like whoosh, like they just jumped. It was so. I've never seen something like that ever. I haven't seen something like that ever. When it comes to the whole safety thing, another thing where we were absolutely 100% safe, but we noticed something, we saw something that we were like, well, shit, it was a fight. But it seemed, it was a real fight. It was a real fight, okay? It was a park in front of a hotel, also waiting for a cab at like 2 a.m. or something in Warsaw. And there are like these, that's like the exact thing I expected a Polish guy to look like. A Polish like 22-year-old or something. Buzz cut, tracksuit, and, smoking cigarettes and having like a bottle of vodka with them. It was the most stereotypical Polish group of dudes that you could ever imagine. Now, what happens? We're waiting for our cab, and we see that they're kind of like roughhousing, So we're like, man, this is like a group of friends or something that's just like fucking around, getting a little drunk, having some like arguments or something. All right, I've seen this a million times before. Who gives a shit? But we were kind of like looking at it. So what do you think, guys? Like is something gonna happen? Oh yeah, who knows? Probably not. And then one dude, who definitely was the top dog. You got to hear this. You got to hear this. They're like arguing like normally. Every time you see the head-to-head thing is like, yeah, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Like that type of shit. This guy does that within 3 seconds, makes distance. This guy had a long reach, brother. This guy had a long reach. Big, long Polish limbs. And you could hear this 2 streets away, 2 blocks away. Hear me out? No. It was more like, it was just one. It was like, that's the one. A little hollow. Like really, he definitely like, he didn't do like a flat ad, but he was like, he had like a kommetje, He had like a little air gap. So it was like a little bowl, and it was just flat, not even on his ear, like from a distance. We were like 30 meter, 40 meter distance from him across the street. And then they were inside of the park for a bit. The flat hand hit his cheek, and you could just plots, flutes, and you just hear the clea, poof. You heard it throughout, like definitely like the whole block could have heard it, right? The whole block. And we were looking at it like, damn. And then the one guy is like, okay, come on then. So this first guy that slaps him goes for a single leg. You cannot fucking imagine this, but he goes for a single leg, and he kind of succeeds at it, right? But then the two other dudes on both sides kind of like get on there. It felt more like friends in a fight club rather than actually, like enemies or some shit. It was not some hooligan bullshit. It was just like some dudes that were arguing, and they're like, "All right, fuck you," and then they, slapped. He kind of went for that single leg, pulled him down, and I think he got like maybe a punch in, another punch in, maybe. And then they like separated them. And in the meantime, you heard one of those friends in the background, UFC, UFC, UFC. I'm not lying to you. This happened. All right. I've never seen that happen in Amsterdam. All right. Never. I've never seen that happen. Really fucking, I don't know, anywhere. But it was in a weird way kind of like wholesome. It was like a controlled environment, I guess. It was so fucking weird to see, but we were just enjoying ourselves looking at it because it looked like everything was going to be fine. We were hanging out, right? And they were still in like this altercation. They really had that. If you looked at them, that group, you instantly knew, oh, these guys are, like in an argument, in an escalated argument. They want to slap each other. The chance is higher that they're going to slap each other again rather than it de-escalating. A cop car drives by. I'm looking at the cop car. It drives by. The moment that it's in between us and the dudes fighting in the little park, I see that the two cops both look and observe the situation. They slow down a little bit, right? They observe the situation, and they keep driving, and they are smiling. They didn't give a fuck about it. This must be a Fight Club type thing. They must have known. They must have known, like, it's just young guys slapping each other. The moment that they drove by, they were like, I don't know, just almost out of the street. They were like 30 meters away. And we look at those dudes having the argument, and the long guy slaps another dude again. Bats! And we're like, damn! But we were like whispering because we were, enjoying the show, and we didn't want to get involved whatsoever. So we look at that and we're like, shit! All right, what now? Then they separated, and then it really looked like it was de-escalating because they were yelling at each other like a little bit, like almost like in a UFC fight after the staring, after the stare off. How the fuck do you call that? Where you stare at each other. Stare down. After the stare down, and someone, fucking slaps someone in the shoulder or something, and they're like, "Ugh." And then like, the whole taunting thing from a distance. That's what they did. And that was really it. that was really it. That we got into the cab and went home. So that so far so good with Poland. I mean, other than that, we had good food, we had good drinks, a lot of shot culture, like shots. In America, there's lots of shots. You can get shots everywhere, right? Even at schools. But here they have shot bars, and for those who don't know, those are in the ones in the glass. And they had a lot of shot bars where you could just for like $2.50 or $2, you could get like shots. Dude, in the Netherlands, right here in Amsterdam, it's like 6, 7, 8 euros for a shot. Ridiculous. So it's I also never really go out. I never go out in Amsterdam. I don't. I want to. I want to have a spot, but I would say the bowling alley, Aloha bowling alley. That was really fucking fun. That was really fun. If I organize something with some homies, I love to go bowling and get drunk and then do some drunken fist bowling, and then drunken fist after the next stop. To finish off, I want to say that Zabka, aka the 7-Eleven of Poland, was I get it, it's fun and all, it's everywhere. The Zabka is everywhere. But I don't really, we got ourselves a bottle of Soprica. fucking delicious vodka, bro. Damn. It's like flavored vodka. It's incredible, dude. It's really fucking good. It's one of those silent but deadly, you know? Like you'll drink it like lemonade, and eventually you're like, basically the next morning. For me, I don't really get shit faced. I just get drunk and that's it. Like, just, I don't know, like highly, how do you call it? Aangeschoten. Aangeschoten is, what is aangeschoten? Tipsy, highly tipsy. I never feel drunk. I always feel in control. Like, really, genuinely, always feel in control. Last time I was like really out of control drunk, that I was like, oh my God, was years ago, man. I don't know. And it's never worth it. It's always more fun to be just tipsy and then just, like I said, go over to tonics. After a couple drinks, you're like, all right, I get it. And then you just, you know, because the next morning I'm dead. My migraines flare up and my hangovers are dog shit, man. I cannot handle that. Anyways, as a little extra bonus, I will be talking in the bonus episode. Go over to teg.gg for the bonus episodes. For a pint of beer or 2 shots of vodka in Poland, that is, a month, you will get the premium, bonus editions. That's right. Because you love me, right? Because I love you too. In both ways, platonically, right? It's not a one-way street. It's a two-way street. And it's all based on platonicity. Platonicity, all right? Platonically, you and I are parasocially loving each other. Ain't that right? Pretty extra episode, bonus episode. I'll talk about some things that are happening today, like this week, like Steam Machine, my Steam controller review. And some other things like me getting married tomorrow. What the fuck? All right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. Give me a 5-star review, like the things and everything, and I love you platonically. See you next week.